So housing is the biggest expense that most of us have. But it can also be the quickest way for you to start bringing in passive income.
It doesn't matter if you're an owner or a renter. You can start using your home today to bring in extra money through something called house hacking.
Yeah, in this video, we're going to tell you how you can start house hacking for passive income, and especially if you want to use it on your road to financial freedom.
That's right.
What's up, people? It's Nadia
And Nicole,
bringing you another installment of the Well Twins Show,
where we give you the best tips, tricks, and inside scoops to help you on your journey to becoming financially independent.
And what does that mean, Nicole?
It means we're trying to make work optional for you,
AKA fire your boss. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit like, all right?
So today we're going to discuss with you something called house hacking, but specifically house hacking for passive income. If you're an owner or even if you're a renter.
Yeah, you can even house hack if you have no money, if you're a single person, or if you have a family.
Yes, all the techniques we're going to discuss today are things that we use or either our friends use, and we know that they're using it successfully to either live rent-free, mortgage-free, or even paying down their mortgage in some of the most expensive cities in the world.
All right, so let's jump into it.
Let's go.
The first way we think, and the easiest way to start house hacking, is through multifamilies, all right? Multifamilies are often overlooked because most people are looking for single families. People think, I can't afford a multifamily, so they don't even look at it. But what I've learned in my experience is that multifamilies tend to be cheaper than single family homes, all right?
It's true.
If you're going to look at multifamilies, you should look at things that have less than 4 apartments. That way, you can start buying these multifamilies with a regular mortgage or an FHA loan, right? You just want multiple apartments. It could be a duplex, it could be 2 apartments, it could be 3 apartments, right? You just want to make sure that the mortgage works with your numbers that you're bringing in and that the numbers work.
Now, why only 4 or less?
Because you can qualify for a regular mortgage.
If you go above 5, you're starting to go into commercial loans,
Yeah,
right?
if you go into commercial loans, you're gonna need to put down at least 30%. So with a regular mortgage, you could put down lower.
Okay. So let's say you don't want to do multifamilies. That's not your thing. It doesn't mean that you can't use house hacking for passive income. It won't happen for you. You can actually do it when it comes to single families, right? Now, our suggestion, when you're doing a single family, we found the best way and the easiest way is actually to rent out your garage space or your driveway. You know, Nadia and I live in New York City, and that's one of the most expensive places in the world, but also it's a place where people love convenience. So it doesn't matter if we have the best transportation in the world, people want to have their cars, and they're willing to pay a premium to get a space that's just for them. Yeah. So if you're thinking that you have a single family, you already bought, and you're trying to figure out a way to make passive income, renting out garage space or, your driveway is the easiest way to do it. Now, say you don't have a driveway or garage space and you still want to use your single family home. You can also use Airbnb. Yeah. If you have extra rooms in your house and you're comfortable, renting to students or even, people for about temporarily, like around 1 or 3 months, we think Airbnb is a great option.
Yeah. So number 3, you might be asking, well, I don't own any property. How can I do this as a renter? Right? We know in New York City, it's kind of rare to get a place on your own, especially when you're first starting out. The rents are very expensive. Right?
Yep, rents are too damn high. Is that what they used to say?
So if you have good credit, use that to your advantage when you're moving into a big city. A lot of people don't have good credit. Use that credit to get yourself an apartment that has more rooms than you actually need. Okay? If you do that, you can get the rent under the lease under your name and get roommates to help you split up the rent, or pay the majority of the rent so you can start using that to build up passive income.
Now, when it comes to that, you can also use what's called the last man standing, too.
Yeah.
Say you were one of the roommates and you actually had roommates before and they left. You can also use Airbnb or things like that to help pay for the rent until you look for more roommates.
Yeah. I have a friend who's crushing it in New York City right now, doing this exact same tactic, called the last man standing. This is something that we're coming up with, right? Last man standing. She had a 4-bedroom apartment in New York City. She's a grad student. The other roommates happened to leave the city. She spoke to her landlord and said, hey, can I take over this lease as long as I can pay it?
Smart thinking.
The landlord was fine with it, right? So now she brings in short-term tourists who are here for like 30 days, who are here from maybe trying out the city before they're moving to New York City or here for school or a specific semester. And she rents out the rooms. This is enough for her to cover the rent on her space, plus help her pay for grad school and living in New York City.
So there you go. 3 ways you can use house hacking for passive income. One is through multifamily buying. Another is through single family buying. And third is actually being a renter. There's no reason why you can't do this if your mind is thinking about how to make passive income, especially through house hacking.
Yeah.
Nadia and I both use it.
Yeah. Personally, we both use multifamilies.
Yep.
I happen to have a building that has 3 apartments, right? I have a family. It's easier for me to do this in a multifamily because I don't have enough space in my personal residence, right? Nicole, on the other hand, has a different setup. She has a multifamily too.
Yeah, I have a multifamily. I bought a multifamily house in the suburbs. I actually use it to help pay off my 30-year fixed mortgage off quicker. Just because they say it's a 30-year mortgage doesn't mean I have to take 30 years to pay it off.
Exactly.
I'm all about using that extra income to pay down that bill and actually help me with other expenses.
Now, if you like what she's saying, make sure you write pay it off in the comment.
Pay it off.
I use the money that I get from my 3 family to pay for my living expenses. I live rent and mortgage free in New York City, right?
Yeah.
It's not something I worry about anymore.
Nadia and I practice financial freedom, and what Nadia just told you was one of her ways that she actually gets to be financially free.
Yeah, and you could do this as a renter too. As long as the numbers work out for you, this can work for you. Yeah. And then you can put that extra income to potentially buying a property that can work for you in the future too.
Yep.
As the rents go up, your mortgage goes down, and the numbers work out.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So guys, if you like house hacking for passive income and you like the tips that we gave you, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
And also let us know what you think about this video. Any feedback is always good.
And if you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and press like for us, okay?
And as always, your manners will take you further than your money. See you in the next video.
See you in the next one.